Welcome back, riders, to another week in the passenger seat. It has been a
Woo!
while. It has rained a couple from here to there. We apologize. Obviously, life gets the better of us, and yeah, we release on not a consistent schedule because we have other matters to attend to. So we're very sorry about that.
We have
But
lives.
I mean, yeah, unfortunately, we're not full time YouTubers. We don't make a profit off of this, so unfortunately, we can't dedicate as much time as we'd like. We have other obligations, as many of you can understand. But for those of you who have been waiting for us and who do watch our drops, we really do appreciate y'all because you're the lifeblood of us wanting to continue doing what we do here on YouTube, and hopefully we may get to a point where we do actually profit off of this and we could make this a full-time thing. But until then, we'll keep, doing our day-to-day due diligences and obligations and stuff. Anyways, with that being said, writers, it is so good to be back. We've got a little bit of nerd news here and pop culture news and other stuff. So we're just going to hop right in. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe. We always appreciate y'all. And you can join us on our future rides. And if you like all this stuff about nerd news and pop culture and stuff like that, and us informing you, then yeah, make sure to just hit that bell and follow along. Do you want to go ahead? Do you want me to go ahead?
Uh, I got news and pretty short, pretty sweet. A lot of it has to do with TV shows, which is the most news, nerd news I can get up. Plus, I have one final news that might be pretty interesting that I think most people know, but I want to mention it anyway. So I'm gonna go on the most minimal topic that I don't know much about, and that is Scrubs. For you guys who love Scrubs, I've never seen it myself. It was a
Same.
very famous TV show in the 90s. I think early 2000s it reached. But it is getting a reboot for the entire series. It's a really famous series. The only thing is I never really seen it. But for those of you guys out there who can't wait for the reboot, congratulations. I think some people like reboots, some people don't. Depends your taste. Not 100% sure.
Hmm.
The
Okay.
other nerd news I got is Werewolf by Night is getting a sequel, and it is finally coming out for next October. People were expecting it to come out for this October, but I don't know what happened. Delays. Maybe Marvel is focusing on other things. But yeah, there you go, guys. Werewolf by Night, hopefully releasing in 2026.
Cool.
I know that one was a one that people were waiting for. I got another news that I really enjoy, and I think you've seen the movie, so I think you might enjoy. But HBO Max is developing a V for Vendetta series.
Nice.
Woo!
Very cool.
With James Gunn producing. Because if those of you who don't know, V for Vendetta is a subcategory of DC back in the 90s. But yeah, I'm super excited because I love V for Vendetta. I love the graphic novel. I love the movie when it had Viggo Mortensen and Natalie Portman and stuff like that. Like, it is such a good story. So to see it come back for a newer generation as a TV show, I bet it's gonna be really good. It's just, I don't know. That's just me.
Cool.
I'm
Yeah,
excited.
no, I really enjoyed V for Vendetta as well. Albeit I did watch it many, many years ago. So I need to give that a rewatch.
Give it
But
a rewatch.
yeah. I do remember liking it though. So yeah, for sure.
Yeah, and for those people who've never seen the movie, you guys will know. Search up V for Vendetta online, and you'll recognize his mask automatically.
Oh yeah, dude, it's the anonymous mask.
Exactly. My
Yeah.
last piece of nerd news is something that was really interesting to a lot of people who grew up in the 90s. But after a legal battle for the rights to Roger Rabbit, Who Framed Roger Rabbit, the creator finally got the rights back, and Disney lost the rights to Who
Oh.
Framed Roger Rabbit. With this intel, after his win, he announced that he's going to work on a Jessica Rabbit production, either TV series or movie, and finally doing something new with the franchise that
Oh.
Disney's basically let die for the longest time.
Oh wow, interesting.
So yeah, that's pretty cool. I mean, Disney literally lost the rights. So that ride they have in Disneyland is probably gonna be gone now.
In-
They're no longer allowed to have that ride.
Interesting. Yeah, I mean, phew, you're right. Who Framed Roger Rabbit? I mean, I probably had that on VHS, and I think one of the most traumatic experiences as a kid was watching them dip the shoe in acid.
Oh
Um,
yeah, and then she was screaming.
yeah, but yeah, fond memories of Who Framed Roger Rabbit. So that's pretty cool.
And the guy
I'm
like eyeballs fell out, and then they had cartoon eyes. I just
yeah.
remember that.
Jeez, a really wonky kind of movie, but yeah, I guess it's cool. I mean, for any of those feeling nostalgia over Who Framed Roger Rabbit, so I guess it'll be pretty cool to see.
I'm excited though, because I know the creator was fighting for that for a while, but I'm also excited because with this not being in Disney, they're allowed to do what Roger Rabbit did, which was add cartoons in the theme of adult worlds. Obviously, you can tell by Jessica Rabbit and her, humongous chest, or the fact that in the movie everyone was smoking and drinking and gambling and gangsters were there, which is
Hmm.
why Disney has probably not done anything with the franchise for a long time because they don't know what to do. It's too adult. So
Right,
I'm
right.
glad. I'm glad it got back to its roots. But that is all the nerd news I have. You go take the floor.
All right. Well, thanks, Carlos, for that. Anyways, I'm gonna hop right into Magic the Gathering. Y'all know me. I always like to talk about my TCGs. Let's talk a little bit about the most recent set for Magic, which is Avatar: The Last Airbender. It,
Oh yeah.
it did drop pre-release, and let me tell you, the set is like by far one of the best sets this year. Um, Obviously, next to Final Fantasy, which was such a great set, and comparably to Spider-Man, which is known to be or is being
Garbage.
recognized as one of the worst sets so far. I mean, next to probably Aether Drift, Avatar is just performing so well. The mechanics are so, flavorful. They're so, it's just been such a good set so far. I've picked up a couple of things here or there, and honestly, it's just been a lot of fun. Unfortunately, at least here in my area, my LGS isn't, what's it called? It's not, there's a word for it where they're not like a partner with Wizards to do official sanctioned events. So,
Oh okay.
they depend on their not suppliers, it's another word. Um,
Distributors.
Distributors, thank you. They depend on distributors to get product. Unfortunately, their distributors has been god awful. Luckily, they had
Jeez.
Avatar stuff get in, but it's in very limited supply. So I didn't get, for example, the pre-release kits, which were specific to um, Team Avatar, basically, where you had Zuko, Toph, Katara, Aang, and then I think it was Azula. Asaka wasn't in there, but
Poor
uh,
Sokka.
yeah. But yeah, you'd get the pre-release kit, and then it was 5 booster packs instead of the typical 6, and then there was an additional pack of cards which was like more tailored to the character that you chose for the pre-release pack, which was super cool.
Okay.
Um, so, anyways, I didn't get my I wasn't able to get my hands on that, but I did get the Commander bundle, which is the
Mm.
one where it's Appa on the front, and it brings a couple of booster packs, a collector boosters, and then a special pack with cards tailored to Commander. But anyways, the set has been fantastic. Little parentheses, I am very excited with what I picked up from Avatar in my booster packs. I did get a foil extended art Cabbage Merchant, so I'm very excited about that. I also got the
Nice.
one card that I really, really wanted in showcase in foil, which was Iroh. So,
Oh,
Iroh, the is it the Grand Lotus, the one
the
that
White
works with
Lotus.
lessons? No, I think it's called the Grand Lotus, like Iroh the Grand
Oh, okay.
Lotus, and he works with lesson cards. It's just a mechanic that I really want to play, so I'm really excited that I got him. I'm really excited I got him in that showcase full. Anyways, going back to Secret Lair. So yeah, the Secret Lair has a couple noticeable cards: Chain of Vapor, Blood Moon, Sarah Ascendant, Blood Moon. Obviously, a lot of flavor there with General Zhao. No, he's not General. He's Admiral Zhao.
Yeah. Hmm.
Admiral Zhao with, obviously killing off the Moon Spirit. Blood Moon is such a great representation of that. You have Aang as Sarah Ascendant. Obviously, a really good card in, you know, white decks in Commander. Chain of Vapor also a very good card, and there's a couple more cards in there that's pretty exciting. Speaking of Secret Lair, they teased something pretty big, and it was you'd go into the Secret Lair website, and at the very top there's a very small banner that says Hunter rank question mark question mark question mark. And this, obviously, to everyone's surprise and chagrin, was obviously alluding to a Secret Lair Monster Hunter collaboration.
Ooh. Hey, they just
Yes,
don't stop.
they don't stop. And yeah, poor wallets, right? Unfortunately, the cards that they revealed, because they have already revealed what the reprints are going to be, we're going to have to see what the bonus card is for these Secret Lair drops. But some of the cards like Blind Obedience, represented by Malzeno, Snap by Kushala Daora, Village Rights by Magnamalo and Tobi Kodachi, some things like that. Anyways, the cards reprinted aren't that great. It's one of those Secret Lair drops where the card value may not match the price of the Secret Lair drop itself. So, anyways, that's pretty much it in terms of TCGs. Hopefully, for all of you there, let us know down below, writers, what's how your experience is going if you play Magic the Gathering. If how your experience is going with Avatar. Do you like it, or what mechanic are you playing? What bending style are you opting in favor of? I know a lot of people are going firebending just because it's such a broken mechanic. But yeah, let us know. Now, moving on to anime, we're going to talk about Jujutsu Kaisen Execution, which is a movie which is coming out earlier in the US than it is here in PR. So I believe it should be coming out November 21st, November 20-ish, around there. So yeah, it's coming out pretty soon for you. For me over here, it's coming out December 4th. So a little bit later. I'm pretty excited to see it, though. I know it is. I believe it's just a recap of what we saw in season 2.
I was gonna say, I think that's exactly what it is.
Yeah, but I'm still excited to see it. Season 2, JJK. Obviously, we all know it's the better of the 2 seasons, and it was so good. It's going to be a nice little refresher before we get season 3. I think it's January next year. So, yeah. So I'm really excited for that. Now, speaking of animated movies, this is an interesting one. We have a movie called Arco, which seems to be originally a French animated movie. However, it looks like they're dubbing it in English, from what I understand. For those of you who know about it, writers, let me know and correct me, please. But the English version has a pretty stacked cast. It has Will Ferrell, as well as America Ferreira. Speaking of V for Vendetta, we have Natalie Portman as well as Mark Ruffalo and Andy Samberg. Yeah.
Is this the one with the Rainbow Boy?
I think so. I
saw a trailer like that where the Rainbow Boy falls out of the sky and there's one kid who's helping him.
Yeah, I think it's something along the lines. I just saw the poster with all the names on there, and I was like, okay, interesting.
Nice.
Following along with anime, this is something that you'll be interested, and you probably knew already. Dorohedoro Season 2 premieres in 2026.
Yeah, it was supposed to premiere in 2025, May of 2025. They pushed it back a lot, but it is also because MAPPA has been extremely busy.
Of course. So, yeah, that's exciting. Then let's move on to this animated into video games. There's a lot of talk about, and this may interest you as well, there's a lot of talk about this video game that dropped recently, and it's been getting a lot of attention. It's called Dispatch. Now,
nope, never heard of it.
Okay, so I've only seen a couple of things here or there. It does seem very interesting. I don't know what it's about exactly. All I know is that it's superhero related, sort of like Invincible-esque, in that style of like superheroes, but they're like, they're not like Boy Scouts. They're like, screw you, this and that, F word, F bomb here, there, and it's pretty graphic as well. So. Yeah, it's one of those games where you make decisions, and then your decisions is gonna affect the outcome. or the endings and stuff like that.
Is it just decision based? Like there's no moving around?
I don't know. I haven't seen enough of the
Oh,
game to know. I've been hearing a lot of buzz about the game. It's been getting amazing reviews, so it might be warranted to check it out. I believe currently on PSN it's like 30 some dollars. So
interesting.
maybe, yeah, maybe worth it to check it out. Now, my last bit of news here is not related to nerd news at all. I mean, depends. It does fall within a category of nerd. It is tech related. This is specifically very interesting to me. One, because I need a new phone, and two because personally it is one of my favorite brands of phone. And I mean,
Okay.
some people have mixed reviews about it. I, I'm a fanboy, and we are talking about the One Plus 15, which has released in most of the world except the United States. Now let's talk about that real briefly. The only reason
Yeah.
why it's gotten pushed back, it was supposed to be November 13th release for basically everywhere that wasn't already released, which I think was China and India, I believe. The rest of the world was going to get it November 13th. US had to be postponed. Why? Because for most of you who are living in the US, you know that we were going through a government shutdown. Now, because the government was going through a shutdown, there are federal agencies who are dedicated, for phones that are coming international. They have to get certain certifications from a federal agency. Because those federal agencies were closed, it looks like they had to push back the release of the phone because they need those certifications. So, for those of you expecting the OnePlus 15, that is the reason why they had that postponed, or at least what I can logically assume is the reason why they got postponed. Now, that being said, it should be releasing soon for those of you still looking to get into phones that aren't your typical iPhone, Samsung, Pixel, these type of options like Oppo, OnePlus, Hero. I think there's a phone called like Hero or Heroic or something like that. Anyways, most of these phones that are not from here and carriers from here typically don't work with. But sorry, moving away from that. Yeah, so the OnePlus 15 looks super exciting. I'm really psyched to be able to pick that phone up. It has a Snapdragon. Oh, hold up, let me look it up real quick. What it's called? I know it's the this Snapdragon in particular. It's coming to the U.S. I think this is going to be the first phone with it in the U.S. market. So let me pull up my OnePlus app here.
Any collaborations?
No, unfortunately. Which I was going to talk about as well. Obviously, my last phone to be OnePlus was a OnePlus 8T Cyberpunk Edition. Unfortunately, that phone went through a couple of accidents, and so I'm stuck with this Samsung phone. And not that I mind it, I kind of miss OnePlus, and it was a real curve getting used to Samsung again.
Mm.
Anyways, so okay, so the OnePlus 15 has a Snapdragon 8 Elite Gen 5 Plus, um, and it has. I'd initially heard it had 1 terabyte of storage. This has since been changed to 256. Was that 520, 530, 528, 528? Is it storage? Let me see. Yeah, 512 gigabytes of storage. 16 gigs RAM is the highest option you can get, or you can get a 12 gig with 256 gigs of storage. The 12 gigs with 256 storage starts at $899, while the 16 gig 512 RAM of storage has it's $999. So pretty decent prices for a phone that can compete with flagship. They also have early bird deals, or a deal where you're going to get a free watch with your phone, which is
Oh,
nice. Watch is like a $300 value, pretty good. Other
nice.
notable features for the phone is the 165 hertz refresh rate. It seems like that's specifically on gaming. With gaming, on any other mode on the phone, you're going to get 120 hertz refresh rate. You have one of the biggest things is a 7300 milliamp battery. which is huge. That is insane amount of battery life, which is fantastic. You have, I believe it's 80-watt charging. Let me look that up. Okay, so it has 100-watt, up to 100-watt super VOOC charging, and then I believe it's 80-watt or 50-watt, somewhere around there, wireless charging. So pretty cool. Comes with Oxygen OS, and the cameras, it seems like they've downgraded since they've ended their deal with Hasselblad, is what it was called. They had a partnership with a very good camera company, and I guess they cut that for their own series of reasons. I haven't really studied up on. Anyways, I want to summarize all this and wrap this up because I don't want to go too long. The phone looks pretty good. I've heard really good things. I'm a OnePlus fanboy, so I'll be getting that phone as soon as it drops in the US. And yeah, let us know down in the comments if if you're into OnePlus phones, and maybe we can chat about it. And that's it for me. I really don't have anything else.
iPhone all the way. I'm kidding.
Oh, shut up.
Anyways,
man. With that being said,
I was gonna say I don't have any other news, so
yeah. So, riders, with that being said, hopefully you enjoyed this ride with us today. Let us know down in the comments below what you think about anything we've talked about today. Let us know how we're doing. We love your feedback. We love it when even when we get corrected, it's so good to have somebody come in and tell us something that we didn't know. It's always a good learning experience, and we really appreciate y'all. So with that being said, make sure to like, comment, subscribe. As always, thank you so much for joining us on the ride, and until next time, peace out.
Peace.